Hey, good morning, guys. It's about, probably about 5:30, 6 o'clock over here on the East Coast. And today I'm going to show you how simple it is to go up here and search for audiobooks that are looking for narrators. So what we're going to do is simply come up here to search, and we're going to search for titles accepting editions. Okay. Now we're going to use these filters over here because there's no need to look through all these. Myself, I am a male, so I want to apply that filter. Now, as far as the genre goes, I want to exclude erotica and sexuality. Okay, and here's where I can come in here and pick some titles that I am interested in. So I enjoy history, religion and spirituality. Don't really get into much about the romance. My wife does. Not into sports. Travel and adventure. I like that pretty well. So this is where you can set what you want to look for, and you simply hit apply, and you'll see these titles change. Okay. Now the project rate, depending if you're just starting, if you put in 2 to 400 or 400 to 1,000 PFH, that's per finished hour. You're not really. You're kind of doing yourself a disfavor there. Okay. What I like to do is I like to do royalty share. And what this simply means is that you're going to get a percentage of every time this book sells, you're going to get a percentage of it, whether it sells 10 copies or 100,000 copies. Now, if you do a per finished hour of, let's say, between 50 and 100, and you agree on $100, and let's say the book takes 3 hours. Well, you're going to make $300, and that's it. Your contract, your payment, it's over. Okay? But if you do that royalty share, like I said, if it sells 10 copies, if it sells 100,000 copies, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, you'll still be getting a percentage every time that book sells. Okay? So then you can come down to languages. This is what I do, guys. I'm going to apply English because it's the only language that I speak. As far as the accent, I'm just general American. Okay, so I'm going to apply that. And what that's going to do, some of these authors, they're looking for somebody that has a Southern drawl or some type of an accent. And if I don't have that, I'm simply wasting my time to audition for the book, and I'm wasting their time as well. Now, the voice age, this is what the authors are looking for. They might want somebody that has a voice as a young child or a teenager, or maybe somebody that's older, under elderly or middle-aged. Normally, I leave these alone. I don't mess with those too much. The vocal style here, if you're doing, something for sports, you would probably check the announcer, deadpan, engaging, if you got a bubbly personality, enthusiastic, excited, female, narrating a male part, you can look through these as well. And normally, here again, I leave these alone. Project length. This is real important, guys. When you start taking on a project 5 to 10 hours, remember now, these are finished hours. Okay? And there's a rule of thumb for every hour that you narrate, it's going to take you 3 to 4 hours to go through and finish that audio file, or those chapters to where you're going to meet the requirements of the ACX. So if you're just starting, come up here and click under 3 hours. Let's start the crawl before we start walking and running. And then incentive programs, I just put any. I really don't mess with that. And here you go. This is what you're left with after using all these filters. So we've got non-explicit, either children's books or spirituality and Christianity. So I'm just going to come over here and click out of Egypt. So here they're telling us the estimated length is 2.9. and it's a royalty share. There's the word count. English is language is English. It's exclusive. Territories is worldwide. Now, at this point, if I wanted more information, I could send a message to the author. But this is the same page I'm going to come back to upload my edition. Okay? So normally what I do, if I was going to edition for this book, I would come up here and bookmark this page. That way, when I log back in, I can come right back to this information. Now, this is the information you're going to get about this book. Okay, and they're telling you requires a narrator who can perform this type. See, male or female, they don't care. They want the adult voice. They want the engaging vocal style. So you need to understand what this means, and that way you'll know whether you have the abilities to do that. Now, this is very important right here. View this title on Amazon. This is going to tell you how popular this book is. How many's been sold, reviews that have been left. All this information is going to be on this page. Now, I got to be honest with you. Back over here, those 19 sales that you see that I have was from a book that was under 4 minutes. Okay? It had never been on the market before. But apparently somebody likes it, or they wouldn't be buying it. Okay? So here we're going to go to the edition. Now, here's the script. Now, again, here is when I get ready to upload this, I can put a message in to the author asking them, do you like my style of reading? Is there something that you would like me to change? Do I need to be more excited? Would you like more, whatever that goes with the book, and this is very important because you have to know the feel of the book. If there's different characters, do you have the ability to go, and Sally came out and said, look, Lily, regardless, and I know that sounds stupid and it's hard for me to do because I'm tickling myself here as I'm trying to do this. I don't do that. I got very few accents. Laddie, you best be over there getting the golf clubs and let's play a few rounds. If it was a book about 2 characters, one's from Scotland. And that's why I don't do books with accents, guys. It's just not me. Some people can do it. I admire them. Me, I can't do it. So when I download, all I got to do is click download. And it tells me already that it's a DOCX, which is a Word document. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and cancel this and because I've already downloaded it. And I'm going to bring up the script now. Okay, guys, and here we are in Word. So this is it. This is what the author wants you to read. Okay? That's it. That's everything you see right there. That's all they want for their, for your edition or your interview or whatever you want to say. So like everything else, you want to read through this a couple times. If there's a word up there or something you're not familiar with, you want to highlight it, go up, Google it, search it, see what it means, to help give you a better understanding of what you're going to be reading. Okay? So let's go ahead and jump back up. We don't want to save that. So we're back in here. So after we read that, okay, we've got it recorded. Now, very important. You want to meet the standards of the ACX. Okay? Don't let this author listen to something that's got a high background noise floor, that has, mistakes in it, where you've stumbled over some words. You want, like they say, you never get a second chance to make a first impression. So you want this edition file to be just like it was when you get ready to submit it. Okay? So, and this is, here's the produce audiobook. This is like it says, the rights holder. An audiobook producer can check on the audiobook's progress as it's being produced. After the authors come back and said, hey man, I like it. I want you to do it. And as it's going through its various stages, as you're uploading your chapters, and as the ACX is going through and checking things, this is where you're going to find the status of that book. Now, here's the audiobook sales. Okay, same thing. What I just showed you in my, back at the beginning on my profile, this is where you can also track the unit sales for any book that you do. Okay? And guys, it's just that simple. Now, if you get into a situation to where you're reading this and you just find that this book is not your cup of tea as far as moral values go, okay? Be honest with the author. Don't string it along. Don't make them wait for weeks, because you're going to have a deadline. They're going to tell you, I want this done within X amount of weeks or X amount of days. You know, this is where you want to come up and send a message. It's that easy to come up here and search for titles. And that's all this video is going to be concerned with. Later on, if you have a question about adding your samples, editing your profile, again, it's real simple to do. If you can go on Facebook and Twitter, you can do this with no problem whatsoever. All right? Take care. God bless. And we are out of here.